Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 329 of the show with no name. I'm your humble host, Nick, and in today's episode, we're going to be back out at the Cementerio Municipal de Juana Diaz in Juana Diaz, Puerto Rico. I have a special episode for you guys. It's another war hero episode. I'm going to be talking about one person specifically in this episode, and he was Private First Class Jose Mangual. He was killed in action in Vietnam and received the Silver Star Medal. But in my opinion, I think that he deserved the Medal of Honor for the sacrifices that he made in battle while in Vietnam. I found his Silver Star Medal citation, and I'm going to read it to you guys now. The President of the United States takes pride in presenting the Silver Star Medal posthumously to Private First Class Jose M. Mangual of the United States Marine Corps for services set forth in the following citation. For suspicious gallantry and intrepidity in action while serving as a rifleman with Company F, 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines, 1st Marines Division, in connection with combat operations against the enemy in the Republic of Vietnam. On the evening of the 14th of January 1970, while a platoon from Company F was moving towards a night defensive position, the Marines were pinned down by a heavy volume of fire from a large North Vietnamese army force occupying well-fortified positions in a nearby tree line. After pinpointing several principal sources of enemy fire, Private First Class Mangual seized 3 light anti-tank assault weapons and fearlessly crawled across the fire-swept terrain to a vantage point near the enemy lines. Standing in still view of the hostile soldiers, he utilized one of his weapons to destroy the first gun emplacement, killing 2 North Vietnamese army soldiers in the process. When he boldly stood up again in order to fire at another hostile bunker, he was seriously wounded. Painfully forcing himself back up into a sitting position, however, he fired a second anti-tank rocket and destroyed the enemy target. Although considerably weakened by his wound, with his last remaining strength, he then attempted to fire at a third hostile emplacement, but was mortally wounded when the enemy soldiers concentrated all available fire in his exposed position. His heroic and determined actions inspired all who observed him and were instrumental in enabling his platoon to crush the North Vietnamese Army Forces' resistance and drive them into a confused retreat. By his courage, bold initiative, and unfaltering devotion to duty, Private First Class Mangual upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and of the United States Naval Service. He gave his life in the service of his country.